Most men don't fall in love with a woman. They fall in love with how she looks. And then they build an entire future in their head around that feeling. And that's exactly where the regret begins. Because beauty gets attention, but it doesn't build peace. This isn't about hating beautiful women. This isn't about settling. This is about understanding the difference between attraction and compatibility. Most men confuse the two, and that confusion costs them years of frustration. Let's talk about why. Men are wired to respond to beauty, symmetry, youth, signals of fertility. You don't need to feel guilty about that. But here's the problem. Biology doesn't care about your long-term happiness. It cares about reproduction. That's it. So when a man picks a woman based only on beauty, he's making a short-term decision with long-term consequences. And those consequences show up later. In arguments, in disrespect, in emotional chaos, in feeling drained instead of supported. Beauty amplifies attention. It does not guarantee emotional stability, loyalty, respect, shared values, peace. But when a woman is extremely attractive, many men lower their standards in every other area. They tolerate red flags. They ignore incompatibility. They accept behavior they would never accept from someone less attractive. That's the trade they don't realize they're making. And later, they feel resentful. But they chose it. There's another layer most men won't admit: status. Being with a beautiful woman feels like winning. It feels validating. It boosts the ego. Other men notice, and for a lot of guys, that validation becomes more important than compatibility. But ego-driven choices rarely lead to peaceful lives. They lead to unstable ones. If you want a relationship that strengthens you instead of drains you, start looking for emotional regulation, respect, consistency, shared long-term direction, support for your mission. Beauty is a bonus. It's not the core. Peace is the core. Respect is the core. Alignment is the core. Most men chase excitement. Few men prioritize stability. And that difference determines the quality of their lives. The regret doesn't happen in the honeymoon phase. It happens when reality sets in, when attraction fades slightly, when personality starts to matter more than appearance, when you realize you built something on a surface, and rebuilding later is painful. Divorce, breakups, years wasted. Not because she was beautiful, but because beauty was the only requirement. Attraction is instant. Compatibility is earned. Most men train themselves to chase what excites them. Very few train themselves to choose what sustains them. If you want a powerful life, choose the woman who brings peace, not just the one who turns heads. If this hit home, subscribe. We talk about masculinity, discipline, purpose, and relationships without the noise. And if you're serious about upgrading your standards, not just in women, but in yourself, that's what this channel is about.